I've checked this out once before, or a couple little times here, but I wanted to jump in. Like I do have my stats up running in the corner, so I'm distracting, but I've been trying to check out the performance of Star Citizen recently. I've had it too often come up where I was running a consistent probably 20 frames to 30 frames per second. And while I could move around in the world that way and see how pretty it was, it definitely didn't make it feel all that good. Now, warning to others also is that I don't have any kind of craziness in the account. A lot of the streamers you'll see on Star Citizen have like all kinds of nice ships and things. I just have my little Origin 300i. But hey, starting out in bed, and nice thing that I did notice earlier is that previous build, I'd always run on where it would have a bug where I'd have to lay down again before I could get up. Oddly enough, let's see, work. And I don't know what else they've been doing, but oh, that was a fun little glitch. Ah, hey beta, alpha, I guess. Pop me back in bed somehow. But noticing performance-wise on my setup, and I will tell you I am running on a 1080 NVIDIA card, and I am running it windowed mode, so that I can run it 1080p versus my monitor's native 4K resolution. This little monitor that does not allow it to switch easily, and so, or it doesn't switch resolution sizes. So right now, the fact that I'm running 60 frames per second is really nice. Oops. Or did I just hit the... Let's hit it. Hold it. Let's hit Bobby. There we go. Alright, so... if I remember correctly, I love Microtech right now. Port, yeah. Yeah, Port Tressler. Here outside of the new planet, Microtech. Which, as you look at the overall, the edges there, away from. But cool. Let's see. Okay, check things out here. This is one of the first installations of a big station. Of course, anybody who's been following Star Citizen's probably watched all the good streamers who've done it. This is more for my crew, for the people on my feed that have, hey, excuse me, gal or such. It's because you look like you're at work, it doesn't mean you can push me around. A lot of people who keep saying that Star Citizen will never come out, that, you know, what's it doing anyway, so this is just kind of shows some of the updates I've seen lately. This has been one of the more entertaining glitches. Not only, and look, this is kind of like a crazy thing you see a change. But not only, they keep adding more citizens and kind of poses and various things like that. They do have them where they'll react and pay attention to you, so if you notice, you'll definitely take a look. Although not all of them have options to communicate yet. But I've seen a lot when they're having difficulty sitting. And I don't know if that's an initial spawn-in thing or something. I pulled some screen snaps the other day from one where it was basically seeing a whole room of people standing on chairs together like they were religious cults or something. But they're adding lots of little tech, so that's kind of one of those bugs that's currently out there. Come through the station. I do wonder if some of these areas are eventually going to open up, or if that's just an aesthetic where things are being worked on. It'd be nice if over time they did change. They did not want down to the shop. I haven't been around here enough to know where I'm going. Cheers. Still having bits of little hiccups of loading. But otherwise, not too bad. Performance is looking at 40s here, so still dropping a little bit. Granted, I don't know how much that's attributed to some of my streaming. A lot of this is server tech, where they're caching things on the server versus local to help improve performance. That was one of the big updates that I don't know if they talked. Well, they talked about the server thing coming when they announced 3.8. I noticed that when it first came out, I tried it out probably the next day or so, and my frames were still horrible. So I don't know if they had gotten everything implemented or if it just wasn't working correctly yet. Alright, so I do always like to take a look out from the station and see what's going on. Whenever there are windows, because their ability to do their I forget what their containers for the different levels of everything has been cool. So that the performance now is you can have ships and people flying out relative to each other, and it all performs really, which is great for what it'll be a massive unit. Now I'm also going to be curious whether my ship is going to be available. Yeah, 7 minutes. Well, we'll let it sit for a minute. I don't want. Yes. Did they reset my money again? Yeah. We'll make it. We'll pay the fee to get it back faster. Minute now. I'll be able to get to it. Last time I was on, I was playing around with flying down to, I think it was the large asteroid orb with a D. I didn't account for my momentum well enough, and I thought I was pulling up right. I was not. And in doing so, I crashed pretty handily on the surface and destroyed my ship. So I did fear that I was going to have to wait to get it back. So that's what happened there. Hey, sit down. It's okay, man. Take a load off. Let's see. I'll just run down and come back. I think the food court, so if nothing else, I can show you the cool effects of the lighting they're putting in here, kind of the holographic effects. The ceiling is pretty cool. That's kind of neat. Right now it's just kind of the color patterns that move along it. I will be really impressed if they ever make it so the whole thing like undulates at all, if it makes it more organic looking. That would be really cool. All the various food stands. I did a run around here before where they have the different types of shops that are themed really well. Little bar, everything. Where you come in, they change music in each spot. It's got kind of the local music flair. It's funny because they have everything out here, but none of this allows you to actually interact with it yet. Come on, man, I just want some noodles. And I know they're doing a lot of things to give them, I don't know, more clutter, I guess, so that there's more living stuff, but some of it just looks like, I don't know if I want to eat here, man. Look, that's dirty. Like, pick up the dishes. Don't just leave stuff. Alright. Also around here. Yeah, man. Y'all need to sit down. It's creeping me out. So down below, I know they've got like a taco bar up down there. Club bar. You want to be right without a burrito bar. Oh yeah, some chimichangas. Funny because I actually think the chips and the nacho thing look surprisingly well detailed. Rid of some parts. I am also curious because I do have the doors going back and everything, and I don't believe jump over anything yet. Some graphical artifact. Yeah, I kind of want to get back in there because I'm curious how realistic are they going. In the back, are they gonna have like extra storage where they cook, things like that. I mean, they've been putting in a lot of detail, so it wouldn't surprise me. But I wonder if they'll go that far. All right. Ship should be back by now. What's the fun of Star Citizen just running around on the ground? Security. Hopefully I can get it back now. There you are.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
3. I'm guessing 3. Nope. Every other time I've come, 3. feel like that basically can go to any elevator. Pick up any of the landing decks. Another piece I wonder if they've actually modeled is that the shafts that the various that the elevators move through, or if it's just kind of a hidden empty open space that they don't actually have to reference, because they do talk about there's actual timing and movement of all the different things. Makes sense because anybody could be doing this at the same time. But this is one piece where, and I like this, they've optimized this where it goes pretty fast, because my ship is down here, basically a kilometer away. And as you notice, I am flying over to it. It is a pretty big station. I'm wondering, throughout the station, is it just like an open area in the background that I'm moving through? Or is it physical tube? Alright. I also like how it has kind of like the non-airlock gap there. That's cool. This is a pretty station. Although, I also wonder about the position of the pads. I feel like they should be upside down compared to this. Like, it would make more sense. The reason I say that is this spinning ring above me. When coming to land on these pads, you have to kind of like come through this open space below the ring. Versus, I feel like if it was on the underside, you wouldn't have to dodge anything. Because it's space, they should be able to orient it anyway. That's one of those weird design. Said I just have my origin. I am not a Star Citizen streamer, but I am looking forward. Also, you notice that on the outside, I'm still getting in those 40-ish frames per second, 40 plus. It's having to render more. Reasons I like the 300i and why I may not change it, although I do kind of want the Expedition version. It's got the big back. Origin systems. They do luxury. Anyhow. I'm trying to think of other glitchy things that I've seen improved in so far. I haven't gone nuts on it yet, so I'm not sure. Let's get permission to get out of here. So the nice thing is, you know, the Mustang, and good to see you on there, Serathis, is not bad, right? Let's see.
Launch complete.
I actually like the Mustang a lot.
Warning, collision nadir.
Yeah. Sneak out of here.
Raised.
Come on. Relook. Oh, I'm gonna break into something. Spinning around. Yeah, you come out from under. Okay. Let's not do that. It's messed up. Okay, so. Planet Microtech. Now, admittedly, we are on the dark side of things right now, and the main city is kind of directly below us. Try to go there first. Maybe we'll catch a sunrise. Slow things down. I want to take a look in here. Now the other thing is, oh, that's right, it just has a cockpit. Well, the question is, does the Mustang have any cargo space? Because I've seen some where the cargo's underneath on the exterior, so you can still get to things from there. Port City. Less, no, it shouldn't. Oh, there we go. New beverage. All right. So, let's see where. That's weird. seeing stars. Behind me. Let me look for the planet again. Problem is, there we go. Planet. Down there. I will say one of the problems is that at night on a planet, like I don't know if there's headlights on these or not. So I don't know if you've played it since they've done that. There's been some improvements on some of the, I believe, the cargo aspects of it and linking things too. I did, because even on my ship, this one, I don't know if I can take it off. Yeah, so that's just what I was gonna say. Every ship should have headlights, because I have to actually pay a little more attention to the altitude. It depends how much sun effect's coming through before you get close. Man, love how pretty this is, and especially as you start coming through atmosphere and stuff. Okay, see this one's got enough scatter coming on that I'm starting to see down to the surface. When I went into the dark side of the asteroid earlier, one of them, I could not tell how close I was. That was unfortunate. But I did see how on the 300 series that has a underside cargo bay that you can apparently open. I haven't been able to on my ship. I don't know where you articulate to open that up. Apparently can. Okay, so this is one of the other things. Like I said, one of the cool things. So even from this high in orbit due to the planetary tech, I think is what they're on, you can start seeing the city down there. And because of the altitude, I'm starting to hear the atmosphere effect. I don't think I've gone through the city at night. I'm going around it. Yeah, it'd be interesting about the third person. I wonder if it takes into effect more things as you're seeing lighting, but yeah, right there you can see it's much brighter. Alright. Also, my speed is dropping due to the atmosphere. I know there's still, I've seen it some myself, still some popping that's happening. So, yeah, cleaner. Honestly, cleaner. I wish there was a feature when you adjusted your speed down that instead of it activating the reverse engines to get you that speed faster, that you could just kind of coast, which is a default. Coast down to a speed. This is kind of, I think, what most people have done here to improve the tech. Actually, fly through this opening. It's kind of cool. And yes, I have tested the fact unintentionally that you can fly into buildings. There's still some restrictions. But this is nice because it's very complex. I did find an area in the center there that had a landing bay on top. So this is, what's it called? It starts with B. This is the main city on Microtech, the new planet. I also feel like some of these buildings should have beacons on them. So one thing about this engine is at night, it is dark. I've been here through the day and it's pretty, but here you can see, like I can just see the shadows of the buildings on the horizon here. And I need to watch my altitude. Make for a very short stream. I crash into something. But I love how on the outside of this city, you can start seeing the trees there in the corner of it. They have these massive buildings along the sides, which are super cool. Look out here. And again, again, the detail's getting so nice. Slowly starting to see the sun coming up. It's still a ways off. Around the city. You can still see where a lot of the models get reused. It makes sense enough. But man, is it pretty. As I was saying, I did find a building near the center because the challenge with the city though is that it's, as far as I know, they don't have an actual port or like landing facility on it. So if I come in to check my comms, there is nobody I can communicate with to land. There's no city here. And so it's more just for show and to show that they've gotten rid of some of the limits on how low you can fly. Because you can not only buzz around the city without getting the little artificial boundary concern that you'll crash into on the big, I forget what the other planet is. But they're adding to the fact that they were able to make it down to ground level essentially all over the city. The building I found that I keep talking about, not finishing my story with, is that it does have a landing pad on it, and I was able to land on top of this random building in the city here and get out of my ship. They actually had an outside door set up where it looks like they could have an interior, so I was able to open that door, but it's just you couldn't call the elevator. And so unfortunately it's more like a tease, but the idea that you could land on top of the building as well. This little area over here looks pretty cool at night as well. I still feel it seems a little subtle. Like there should be, you know, they have the little advertisement stuff. It does have a very Blade Runner feel to it to me. I just feel like there should be more. Actually, there should be like more lights in general towards the ground. The city, but all right. I guess enough of me buzzing around the night sky. Let me head towards sunlight. Which, let's see. Let's go straight for a second. Yeah, you're right. It does look much more so outside. Much brighter. And you can start seeing like there are lights down there that you have to get close to. In a sense, just showing the tech, this does remind me of what it looks like when I'm in a plane. Oh, hey! Well, thank you. When flying over cities in a plane or something, looking down, this does remind me of that. So here, you know, and this is a lot rendering, right? I'm seeing 30 frames per second here. But prior to whatever update they did, I was seeing maybe 15 to 10 in my worst cases, where this is really pushing what's going on in the engine. But very pretty. Alright. Like I said, I'm going to try to get out of the city a little bit. See, that's cool. I hope they're going to use enough of a, not necessarily cookie cutter, but I notice when I fly in planes over cities, I can tell what kind of places I'm looking at based on just the light patterns, because it just makes sense. You know, ball fields, especially at night, parking lots versus traveling cities and stuff. Like this one, unfortunately, doesn't have the artificial traveling lights that the other planet does, but it is cool. Alright, I think I'm flying towards the sun. Like, it's one of my favorite things to catch are sunrises in this game. With all the terrain and the fact that the stars, the actual suns essentially, are modeled and provide lighting throughout, is to me absolutely amazing. You can land amongst the city and run around the building, so I mean the potential there is massive. We'll see what else they do when it comes to their overall city layouts, if they're going to use a lot of interiors or not, because my fear is that you'll have to cookie cutter so many things in a way that could take away from what is otherwise turning out to be fairly immersive kind of world they're building. Alright. Nice thing also is you can see I got away from the city, my render speed is going to improve significantly. Looking back, now that's got a little bit of level of detail. Dropped easily just looking back down to 30s, just under 40. It's still rendering basically the whole city back there. Just looking at mountainscape, turning around, you see it jump up 10 frames per second almost right away. Looking towards the horizon, that it hasn't been rendered so much, it's about 15 frames per second faster. So, Alright. What else can I say? I want to land somewhere, but it's not nearly as pretty. But I'm trying to fly towards the sun. Unless I'm accidentally flying away from it. Let's see. Side. Can they go any faster? Not much, so. Not much, but. Actually, another thing that I kind of like, now that all this is running, I could be able to keep this running. Exit my chair without the ship train. The advantage of having an interior. Could be able to just go. Let's see. Now that I don't think I can see outside the ship. It might have shut off. Hope not. Let's see. Let's see if it did shut off. In space it flies. Oh, still going on. Good, good, good. Going above the cloud layer. Come on, I want to see this not at night. At least flying towards the sun. And part of the reason I'm flying up is because the further out of the atmosphere you get, the faster your ship will fly. Go ahead and set it max again. Start to hit around the planet. Alright, what other things are going on or interesting in this build? So performance in general is good. I have to do a mission, I think, to show off any of the package things. I think I'm now far enough away. You might be able to make out the city there on the horizon. Lights from, but for the most part, not seeing anything. Yeah, let's give me some spotlight. So smart. Yeah, let's see. What are some of the other things about it? Well, good to know that you're watching Serpensor. Good to have you in there. Yeah, we had to turn on the what was it? We had to turn on the feed that said you can't have just started watching a feed before posting, because we came to find out that's where the trolls live, and the trolls love to take advantage of people that leave that setting off. And so we had to switch it down to saying, nah, you had to have at least invested 10 minutes into the stream before you can chat. So far, thankfully, we haven't had to make that any longer. Alright. Getting up there. So hopefully enough altitude to get speed up or such. I feel like I'm chasing the sun. Rotation. But it's getting faster though. Yeah, I'm getting further out. So 700. Probably boost it, but overheat my engines.
Engines overheating.
Yeah. Well, that's good for you. Need to fly faster. As if I had flown the other direction, maybe I would have caught up to the sun. Or caught it the other direction. Rotation. We're getting closer. Okay, my engine should be overheating again. Turn off the boost. shouldn't be overheating. Just because I'm not high enough altitude. As I stop boosting, it should be fine. I wonder if that's not just bugged. That, or maybe you'll see me explode my ship here. That'd be a new experience. So far, I've only destroyed my ship by crashing into things. That's pretty much it. Also, I found that my dogfighting skills have fallen apart. I've played Arena, the just fighting against ships mode. Yeah, it sounds like it's no longer overheating. But when I've done that mode, I am not. I don't know if it's because of the momentum of them trying to keep flight a little more accurate, but I've definitely found that I'm supposed to be. Also like that with the lighting on the ship, that on the other side where I'm starting to get over the horizon, the other side's lit pretty well. See how it blows off, goes to the top. Big fan of what they've been. Alright, there we go. Decent altitude and speed. Let's get around the region. A lot of people do this just to see where you're on the plane. Relative. Alright. Look at the top side of my ship and nice. Something I had seen prior on it too, the one time I did an actual mission, played around with it, was that because of the containerism of all the ships, where my physical body is a local container, the ship, once you enter it, is a local container that you're within. Then the area in space that you're in is a local container, and it's a container at various locations, things like that. Part of how they're managing the performance for everything in it. But I was doing a package mission where I didn't know how to put a package I was carrying into storage. Apparently there's one in the hole there, or in the inside, you can stick it. So when I walked in, Sarah, this is similar to a challenge that you had just with your Mustang, trying to figure out what to do with it. I put in, walked around with the container and actually didn't know how to set it down somewhere on the ship, so I just like said enter my pilot seat, and in doing so, it rotated me around, and I looked in the ship as I was flying, and sure enough, the package was sitting on the ground behind me where I had dropped it, and it stayed there all the way until I went to the delivery point. Get back in. So aspects of it. Has it been fun, Sir Pencer? I did watch CitizenCon 2019, not the whole thing. I watched kind of the keynote and some of the main discussions about some of the tech they're doing and things, which I love the tech they're talking about. I've been somewhat in awe of some of the moments I've had. Mostly it's visualizations of things, right? What I've seen. Look, look. I'm seeing the sun and the sun coming out. I'm seeing it. It's interesting. I've not done a reverse sunrise on a planet before. My first time actually seeing that. Nice thing about that, see the directional light there. I at least now know where to fly to get directly towards it.
Hydrogen fuel, 75%.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how the hydrogen filled piece of it works. One of the problems also with Port Tesla, the one that's over this planet in general so far, is it doesn't have any refuel, reload, repair facilities on that massive station. I don't know if that's an oversight or intentional, but it means that I can't fly here, boost, go through quantum drive here, and then refuel. So I have to be kind of aware where my fuel levels are at. So, like the regular fuel, I don't think matters as much. At least I haven't seen it degrade like my performance too badly, but yeah, I'm not sure. All right. Let's see, what are you saying, Spencer? So for 3.8, really it's the planetary tech and the performance upgrades. One of my big reasons that I've been hesitating to come back and play any more Star Citizen
75%.
has been that it is the performance was just such that I was most often getting those 20 to 30 frames per second, and that just made it feel so jumpy that it was pretty to look at, but it didn't really feel like I was playing a game. You know, I'm even going through a thing right now. I've been struggling with trying to decide on what monitor to upgrade to next because I want to be able to experience faster frames per second, just 60 on admittedly beautiful calibrated monitor I have. The 60 frames per second, I want to experience the higher and such. And so in the same way, just playing this at 50 something's been like, and I know I'm suffering performance a little bit because I'm in windowed mode on this monitor, but it's still, yeah. So that was part of it. Part of it was a new planetary tech with weather and everything like that, just trying to see how pretty it is. Because I will tell you, and hopefully as I get to an area that's a little brighter here, nice because I'm starting to see the ground fly out under me. Seeing like the landscape, the biomes, the trees, the things like that, so pretty. And yes, Altera. I still have Altera installed, and actually after this planetary tech was talked about, I went back and jumped back into Altera to take a look at it, and unfortunately it doesn't look like it's been updated a piece since originally messing with it, right? That's still essentially an engine tech demo of what you could do and how you could stream some of the engine or the visuals. Yes, I'm a sucker for visuals. That's a thing. I've been paying attention. Like, for me, the prettiest thing on the market from flight sims coming out is the new Microsoft Flight, 2021. That is the gorgeous. If you have not watched videos in 4K of how they're doing the stream of the land and the texture and ground in the new flight sim, that thing blows my mind. With that in mind, and that's that's recreating real locations in the world that we are aware of and used to, and fully populated cityscapes and things like that. So they have a lot of reference to come off of. This being fully created, and this being just a fantasy thing, I think it's a little different. Like the cities are looking pretty. The main one I went to on the planet earlier looks great. But right now, I can come in here and let's see. I'm getting to the point where I'll start lowering my altitude again. I mean, because I love to fly through, like I said, the sunrise and clouds. This is actually, I think I'm now flying towards the sunset. I didn't really check the rotation of the planet. But as I come back down into the atmosphere, at least under the sun, I'm also curious to see how the clouds look above and below. And yeah, so this being the planet Microtech, it's got such coolness, and I'm hoping to show you that here shortly as part of it. Because most of the area of the planet is primarily ice and snow, but there are some biomes that are trees and stuff, and just kind of open areas closer to the equator. Excuse me. Closer to the equator on it, and so there's a few things to look at. But yeah, you'll see, and I know, Spencer, you like pretty as well. Gameplay-wise, it's been running fairly solid. Like I said, there's still a lot of bugs, and as they introduce new things, it seems like they introduce new bugs. But for the most part, it's been getting cleaner and cleaner, so we'll see. I haven't looked at the roadmap in some time, so I'm not sure what the next big things they're looking at. But just the immersion of it, I've had some time, or even how I enjoy flight sims right now, just kind of the exploration and the look and feel of an area and how pretty it is exciting. So this kind of has given me some of that without the gameplay of like, oh no, I need to go shoot and kill stuff. Just exploring, which is why I actually am looking at the 315i versus the 300i, the exploration version ship, bigger fuel tanks and sensor arrays, as maybe my primary ship. We'll see. But okay, here, this could be interesting. So I'm about to come down through the cloud layer, even out a little bit so it's not abrupt. You say, I'm seeing the light from the sun as I get closer to the horizon there. I may pop back out too because I'm not quite far enough over to get a true sense of the ground in daylight. But I was about to come through the clouds here. I'm going to be curious to see how the sun pops above and below the layer. They do, however, I did do my first actual mission, a delivery mission, a little while back. I was just appreciative that I was able to go take on a mission, get cargo, go deliver it somewhere and turn back and get paid for it. I thought, yay, that's actually kind of nice that I've done that. The fighting is where I have suffered so far. But it's also partially getting used to the inertia, because as you do make these sharp turns trying to keep someone tight, your ship is still flying through space with the inertia of your initial motion. And that can be a bit like a little messed up for when you're trying to figure out what you're doing. Alright, here we go. So I love that right at the edge, the way that not corona of it. But maybe that transition was a bit abrupt, but now this is part of what I love. Start seeing the mountain ranges off to the edge, and I will tell you, from living here in Colorado and seeing the Rockies and the mountains there, to me this looks so reminiscent of the skies that we have and such, or when you see like the layers of mountain range going into the distance, that I'm just like, ah, that is pretty, right? That is something to behold. And so here, you're starting to see the effect of that sun. It's the lighting in this game's gorgeous. But now, remember Serpenser, remember Altera, just like you said, and how you could fly into the planet and see the level of detail? Well, I was in space looking at, and one of the things they were talking about specifically with the distance and everything, if you see a mountain in the distance, even from space, you should be able to fly down to it and see that it's that mountain. So everything persists in the real world. And that is just gorgeous. Let's see. Oh, I mean, you should have me friended, Serpenser. It's should be. Let's see. Let me double check. Yeah. Oh, Doc_dead is who I am in game for me. And like I said, I think. Okay, here's where I have to start being careful, because it's a winter background. My altitude's already getting down to 2,000 meters. I don't see the definition of the ground a whole lot, and so I could run into it pretty easily. Okay. Hey. Serpenser. I haven't actually run around with anybody in game for a while. You guys all have the nice ships. Admittedly, if you guys want to meet up somewhere or jump in the same system, find you. You guys have bigger, better ships than me. Like even this piece where it's like the sun just glistening over the edge of the mountain range there, to me is so pretty. Yeah, the reflections on the ship. One of the challenges is like I don't necessarily want a big ship, but I feel like I want a little more range ship that can get out into the regions of space a little better. And so I was like, I should probably upgrade and get a different one. This one, though, as I fly around in it and I look at this ship, I have to admit, I look at it like, damn, this is sexy. Okay, I do like this. Darn, Origin. So part of me is, I love the fact that their manufacturers all have very distinct looks and feels to their ships and goals. I can see myself kind of sticking to Origin to some degree. Looking at some of their bigger ships, I was like, yeah, those are pretty. But here's Serpenser. You're seeing like there's trees on the ground and things like that. And you can go, like any tree I see there, I can go down and go look at that tree. So even from this altitude, they're all rendered accurately, which is nice. Yeah, it's just such a neat aspect to it. And you see in the dynamics of the terrain, because even compared to Altera, where it was really designed for that whole make the world organic and make it look realistic, I don't think that technology touches what Star Citizen is providing. Because this to me looks much more like an actual planet than anything I've seen rendered in those demos. This to me is just pretty. Like even here I'm already seeing shadows on the hill there from the trees. And that's something that I think was kind of brought up in general with RTX as being why they were talking about ray tracing as being such a big push for gaming technology going forward. because of the depth and the interaction with the world that lighting gives you, and how how realistic rendered lights. Our minds are wired in such a way that we can definitely let's see. Yeah, I don't know what this does. So I'm loading now because Sir Spencer has invited me into a party. Things I don't know what this does. I don't know if this just puts us in the same universe, if this will now put us in the same location. I don't know what this does to my ship and where it was currently flying. No idea. So we'll see what this is my first time. God, I haven't partied up with anybody in more than a little while. I don't believe that RTX specifically is coming in, but one of the things people don't understand about ray tracing today is that while NVIDIA has specifically released their methodology and their hardware for rendering it quickly with RTX, ray tracing exists as a DirectX feature that is open to anybody using a Windows-based renderer. Oh, hey. So, oh, that's funny. It like rendered me down into the world like that. So, all right, get back up. See, I think I'm back on the same station. I'm still on Port Tesla. So you guys will have to let me know, Spencer and Mike, where you guys actually are. Like if you're in this station or somewhere else in the universe, in which case I can probably get to you relatively fast. But the thing that they are doing in Star Citizen that I think takes away their need for the specifics of ray tracing is that they're rendering the major light sources as actual light sources, and they're using still some of the old tech to do it the way people have always done it, but they're rendering it. And so in this game, the effect you get from ray tracing from things like the ultra dark and stuff like that, you still get. Okay, let me know, and let's see, you might need to have. Hey! Appreciate that, Serathis. And actually, we do have... When this goes live, we have a whole slew of people waiting in the wings, kind of, to do it. I've been one of the few in the VT Dub group that are kind of checking it out again. We've partnered with some pretty good groups out there to do a lot when this really hits. And so, yeah. So yeah, and so the key there was trying to say, Spencer, about the lighting is, yes, like Minecraft, ray tracing did amazing. What I was saying though is that because they're rendering all the major lights, you're getting the effect of ray tracing without having to actually the cost of ray tracing in a way, if that makes sense. And I think the only way that you would really get this beyond, because even here, if I go to my character, see the lights that are being projected from the wall. As I walk up to them, turn around, you can see those lights are casting realistic shadows on me. So while they're not officially doing ray tracing, let's see if I go a little further away, you can see where it switches between the lights on my back. There's a little bit of shadow, a little bit of shadow, and it goes back and forth. They're still doing a great job with the lighting in such a way that it is somewhat realistic. If I go from the yellow to the more bluish white lights, see, they are casting those lights on me in real time. And even there, you see as I turn, the shadows. So while they're not doing true ray tracing, I think they're getting almost the exact effect just by being very careful with how they are dealing with lights in the world. That is the best way I can say it. And now they don't get the advantage again of the hardware. Alright, so things I haven't done. So now that we're in Oregon game, let me go to comms. Say in game, try to say like, hey, God, where are you actually? Don't know. Let's see. Should be able to set audio up to the party. And global chat, I'll actually off the button chat. Care about that right now. Get to you. One thing I may have to do is set my options because I haven't played with voice for a while as to what I am using for it. So Ooh. Bombs. All right. Microphone device. We are going to find all my audio devices since same one I'm using on stream here. To do. Let's see. Hey, I still want to get this set up, Sir Spencer, so I know what I'm doing with it because I haven't done it. It's very interesting. This faceware device, I haven't played with that at all yet. I'm supposed to be able to do it so that it actually your character will mimic what your face is doing. Random interesting things. Okay. Got the microphone. Level voice active now. So what is my button for? Let's see. Controls. Key bindings. That's what I was after. Because that'd be an option. I have not looked up for communication what default is chat. Ooh, and if somebody knows, you can just tell me. Let's see. Face break. Oh. Console. Do I actually chat? That box? Yeah, that makes sense. I always set it up like a button on my headset or something. Yeah. That's it. Window. Text. I guess. Am I using the other buttons? Block. I haven't even looked at what my buttons are all mapped to. Keypad. Load save. Yeah, I'm not saying. Alright, what I can do though. Camera. Click on something to change it. Weird. Why can't I see it? Oh no, so I can't. It doesn't come through on this stream chat, but if I'm on the Facebook, okay. Sorry, what I need to do on the Facebook chat is go to my actual channel, and then I can monitor it there, and so I can see it separately. Oh hey, look at all you people! It's almost like I should pay attention to this too. On the Facebook, okay. Sorry, what I need to do on the Facebook it does come through pretty fast on that stream though. Let's see. So they've talked about back in the day for you, John, the Oculus interactivity. That it is something that Chris was interested in way back when and wanted to do. Not sure if he will actually, and so we'll see. But it is something that's out there. All right, so oh well. If you let's see. All right. The main thing I want to do is try to figure out where my contacts actually are. Let's see. Let's see. 'Cause I don't know if I can do that from star map or anything like this. Like, can I find my friends? Can it tell me where's? That would be really cool. I don't see you in the world. So yeah, For you, Serpenser, if you go to your star map part, the skyline, zoom out a bunch, you'll be able to find it. I have people here, but I'm not sure. Alright. Challenge is I don't want to get in my ship and fly anywhere with me, not around. Or I'd much rather go fly in your ship. You have nicer ships than me, I think. I know Mike does. Mike has all the ships. Alright, let's see. Let's see what it's going to say. And retrieve my ship. So but that's a promise. Like here, I don't see name tags. Learning as I go. Yes, I just need to know where you guys are so I can figure out where I can get to you. We just ride along. Where are we going? I don't know. Alright, well, let's see. Okay, try and invite Mike. What other cool stuff is there to look at while waiting for photoshopping or such? They have all the cool advertising. These are so. It's for clothes. Say, looked similar to the cargo box. Places where you cargo. Other random things I've run into that are fortunate is like sitting down on some seats. I had this happen on some of the trams. Oh, it's like that one over there, Will. Maybe. It's getting up from seats. I've had that as an issue before. All right, sitting here. Server full. What? What? I can probably switch servers. Let's see. Takes it 2 minutes. It doesn't take long to log in and out. Okay. So we can choose a server if we want. Jump in. Partly I'm doing this because it's a snowy day out. For anyone who wants it, it's just white out there. I don't know if the camera will adjust. But it's snowing today. My folks are in town, but they're in their house, their coach, so I don't see any reason to go anywhere. So I was going to stream. Alright. So, let's go. Strat system. Region, it says best. USA for sure. Main friends. Ooh. But Mike's on a server with 48 out of 50. We jump on with him. Oh, now it says full. Okay. Join. Man. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, let's see. Let's see what server. Can you join up at. Right now I'm only seeing the 2 servers. That was just where you guys are. I didn't look like I could actually pick a server. I've always just hit best because it was like, hey, it's just me playing. See if I jump in if it says. And hey there, Karen. Sorry, the stream is at a point now where it's a little bit of construction at the moment as we are trying to figure out how to best interact with each other. So I'm not just playing alone. Thinking hard. How many servers do they have right now? Take for granted that I expect this to be like any game where it just scales appropriately. I didn't see an option where there was to pick its own server or something to find if there's like the least full server. I don't know if they're trying to do something where they're trying to keep enough people in the universe to try to make it big. It's funny because this is the first time I'm realizing that 50 is the current limit. Hopefully they'll find a way to improve on that. There have to be more. So there's got to be a decent number of people actually playing. But yes, now I'm also able to monitor these. Wow, it is thinking. See, Sir Spencer, when you said crash the session, you didn't realize you were actually going to help me crash the game. They were talking about it, and I know it's on somewhere on their to-dos, right, when they're going to do it, about implementing a more robust servers that can handle larger groups. And I don't remember what their goal was, if their next upgrade was somewhere in the 200 range or not. But they were talking about it. Okay, I might have... Spencer, we might have broke this good. Because it is currently... I've not been stuck on a point of loading. Proud of how... Alright. May manually kill this one. So you're going to see the stream. Or at least the visuals... Not the stream, the visualization end. Close this. Crash it out. Oh! Because this new version of the launcher just came out. Ha! That would be why everything suddenly stopped connecting, guys. Make sure, like for me, I have just had to... I'm installing a new launcher as we speak because, go figure, while I'm running it, something new came out. Like, why is this happening? Right. Oops. My login? That is my login. And there's an update. So literally, as I was streaming, an update dropped, which is why everything was starting to not connect, I'm pretty sure. Good to know. Hasn't happened to me for a while. Okay. So they are... Because what technology are they using on this one? This one's using Scrapyard, right? Which is an Amazon-based version of the Crysis engine. I believe is how they eventually went to it. Alright, so I just updated the game. Launch it again. Hopefully it'll come right up. Because it is currently doing... Yeah, it's using Lumberyard, which is basically Amazon Cloud. And so it would make sense as to that's how they're trying to do a few things to make it scalable for a large universe, and hopefully that does work out. Otherwise that'll be a fun challenge. Alright, let's see what it does now that it's updated. Oh. Alright. So back at the... And party, left, right. Party. Okay, so gave you the party invite. So hopefully it's going to connect directly to Spencer. That's funny that an update hit since I started streaming. At least funny to me. I was wondering why it was just sitting and spinning. Let's see if it actually gets through this time. If not, I'll give in like stream over to balloons or something. No. There we go. Ah, I'm hearing good sounds. I mean, music died. Usually means you're about to get it. Yay! Alright, still important. Why am I getting back in bed? What is this bug? Well, I said get up. Weird. Okay, it's got a new bug. They don't like you sleeping. Right. So, who am I with now? That's the question. 11 takes me straight there. Are we both in there? Hello? Okay. That audio channel. This I want off. They don't chat. I'm just guys. Hey, sweet. Okay. Channels. And Mike. Hey, Mike. By the way, sorry I missed you when you were in town. Right. What? Okay. At Port Tressler, where are you guys at? Let's see. So if you're at Austin, that was like the original, man. Is that how long it's been since you've been on, Mike? Officers at. What's that? That's weird. Zoom it in. I think it actually says your guys' names. Yeah, oh. See you guys. Yep, I see you on the map. Sweet, I will come to you. Set route. How is this stuff? Spencer. Ah, there you go. Ah, sweet. He's at Hurston. Okay, Spencer's at Hurston. Sweet. That route. Okay. Alright, I'm coming your guys' direction. Let's meet at Hurston. Mostly because I definitely know how to get there. Sweet. Alright, so Serathis, I have not checked about the actual management stuff. I think that has to be done on the website. You think you can friend in game, but it's been a while. Yeah, I'll admit, it's exciting me a little bit just to even have this much interaction in game with you guys.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Once I start my thing, if I can get. Come on. Yep.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship.
What? What? There we go. Yeah. Retrieve. It's like, no, we're not going to let you have your ship. Alright. Let's see. While I'm doing this, find a Seraphis. I'm going to be really unhappy if it just says can't get my ship, in which case you guys are going to have to come bus over and pick me up. Wow. What is it doing? Multitasking. Later. That's booty. Let's see. Come on. Yep. Come on, you just have to spawn my ship. Not that hard. Alright. Okay. Let me see my stuff. It's so weird for me that it's not letting me get my ship. Like, I do not understand. Serathis, do you know what your name in game is? Let's see. Wow, it's in there. Okay, you can come meet me here then, Microtech. I'm at Microtech. I'm in Port Chesler over the thing. So, Spencer, you're welcome to come out here as well. Maybe I'll just go like float around outside a bit. Or I guess I could show people the mall again as I wait for you guys to arrive. Silliness. All right. So let me go back to contacts then. Yeah. So, like I say, here's my current friend list. I'm not sure how to add you, Serathis, because I'm actually also on their website. At, like, under my account, I can search for contacts. How to add up more. And unfortunately, I think I am in charge of the corp organization. So I am a top level in it, so I have no application. Could just upgrade my ship. Been thinking about it. I just don't know what I'd get. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how. Well, so Serathis, what's your actual in-game name? Alright. Oh well. While we look at all this, decide if we want. fine. Looks like Mike's here. Let's look. Well, okay, as you guys are gonna make your way over here. Stairs here, they just have like this whole lounger. Let's hang out, have your stuff. I have seen NPCs up here where it looked like they're having a cleansing meeting or something. So they're really filling out the overall area to give it livable spaces. Maybe the update. Wait. Maybe that patch they fixed all the people standing on benches. No. Maybe. That's the food court. See anybody standing on seats? Not currently. Like people are actually sitting on seats. Maybe they fixed that. I do like this little area, like the little trees and little grass area amongst all this. I'll head downstairs. So in this rest and relax. I am looking forward to when they have more people interacting. It's funny, I want to know almost like, who was it that their mission is to make food? All of the foods. Find the food. Look, bean grinder. Hey. Yeah, I swear you guys are all pushy as hell. I try to go get some coffee. Hey, did I? Getting coffee yet? Alright. Juice bar. Little holographic juice. Fruits and stuff. What those different berries, they all look like some kind of new. Fruit needs some work. Ew. I'd put that in my mouth. Like food goo. Alright. So wait. That place had pizza. Here's the pizza joint. They just like leaving some out here. Again, clean up. Look at that. I do, again, like how everywhere you enter it has its own, like, little soundtrack going. So cool stuff. Right. 2 noodle bars up just in bar. Like any good bar. Like, I would love, this is something I did see the other day when I came to the bar. Like, there's not a lot of seating here. Actually, that's the bars I know. Like the one up, smaller. Yeah, dance floor. I don't think there's an actual dance emote. Squeegee for the inevitable drop drinks. But they have a snooker table set up here. Feel like I should be able to interact. Actually, get the balls around. Didn't see sticks. So maybe that you have to go to the bar? It's like, can do it. I don't know. Alright. Also, the thing I was looking at, they have these games. They have got to implement a thing where I can walk up here and play this game. It needs to happen. Because what a nice in-game thing is, I'm waiting for somebody or whatever to be able to actually play a game. I didn't notice this one's like under wraps broken. What's it say? Arctic Warfare thing? Or Galactic Warfare. Galactic Warfare. So, and they have gambling, which will also be interesting to see if they implement any gambling. What's they got here? Moon Assault Nexus. Gosh, if that was like Moon Patrol, I'd be all over it. I feel like there's an opportunity that needs to happen at some point here where they actually make these games playable. Spencer, I don't see you getting much closer. Once you look at my site, make sure you use your quantum drive. Put up your landing gear within, hit B to spool up your quantum drive, pointers me, and then hold down B to start flying. Yeah, bar, a decent dancing. A little bit of lag things there. I'm hitting like 5 again. Wondering how much of that is server lag? So nothing should be changing on my end. I do love the whole like sky and the food. Anyhow, let's see. Back upstairs. Float around outside. You guys getting? Answer that. Looks like you're trying to fly forward. The other thing, if you haven't played for a while, is to use your mouse wheel to adjust your cruise speed. Hit C to turn on cruise so that it'll maintain whatever your mouse level set at. Those are like some of the little details of the flight model that I've forgotten that make it so much easier to manage. Alright. Try to fly again. See if my ship will show up this time. Because I can always park it again.
Your ship has been delivered to the
Oh,
following
hey!
landing pad.
It's showing up now. Let's see also here. What? No! What? It said it was landing. It said it was showing up. You lie. I don't have a different ship. You suck. See, if they're revamping my ship, then I'm not going to be able to fly around. Curses. What are you doing? Roberts. Screw it. I'm flying outside. I've always gone to the pads. Hangar. Go to a hangar. Man, that's annoying. My ship is not big enough to require a hangar. Ducks. And it's this weird balance. Part of me wants a really big ship just because they're cool, but a lot of me sees running around mostly on my own, at which point I don't think having a big ship matters. It might get cumbersome. Okay, it looks like ceiling. It's just like dust in it. Seeing stars outside. And I don't think I can open anything. Yep. Ducks. I'm gonna try to go run around outside. Let's see. Ship. Oh. I can go to one of the pads. Those I can just run outside. Fly around in space. I swear that I should be able to, under my account, add someone else. Yeah, Serathos, I just need your actual in-game name. Right. Even without a ship, I can at least come outside. Look. See actual. I think to get me to. Could I just jump off? This might be bad. Whee! There we go. Yeah. I am a ship. Okay, how trippy would this be for anybody? Like, see, you're out there, Spencer. Way out there. Really flying away from this. Yeah, this has only what, the rotational section? Like I said, I think the pads should be upside down here. Because landing on them here, you have to fly straight into them. I have come, maybe I'll just add pilot. I have flown down from the top here, or what I see as the top. And I have flown down through here. Okay, so story time. I think I did this in earlier stream. By accident, because right now I'm in space, right? By accident, I was flying a ship when they were on special, essentially, or when they were doing a market at one of the main planets. When they were doing it there, you could test out ships for free, rent them for free. I didn't realize what was happening. I accidentally clicked on a ship and it let me have it, so I, of course, went to fly it. But it was a ship I hadn't flown before, and so I was messing around in the cockpit. I was flying, so I was flying off the planet, and it's might have been Hurston. I think it was Hurston. I was flying up off of, and as I did, it was flying off of the planet. As I was hitting buttons, I'd gotten just up to upper atmosphere, but it's still in atmosphere. I accidentally hit a button that I think was the equivalent of eject or whatever. Because what ended up happening is I saw the cockpit start to open, and next thing you know, I got flung out of the ship, and the ship just went sailing off into the distance. I was like, oh, hey ship, where are you going? And it was just gone. Well, I noticed that I was not high enough to be just in space like I am right now, where I can just kind of like hang out up here. So I started noticing I was falling steadily towards the ground. Say steadily, I was still really high up. And so it took a long time for me to fall. But instead of logging out of the game or something, I decided I was going to go for it and see what would happen if I fell all the way to the ground. And sure enough, I did. And as I dropped, it took a while, man. It took minutes for me to fall. And for a while, it was kind of like just like when I had gone skydiving before. I couldn't really see that I was falling. Like, I couldn't tell the difference in the height. And then eventually, I started seeing the ground essentially coming up to me. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm really afraid as I fly up here that I'm going to run into the next piece of the station. That it's going to hit me. That arm there as I'm trying to get above it. Like, it almost clipped my ship when I did it. See, lighting effects. I think I'm above the arm. Should rotate. Actually, it's a cool perspective. All the pads are lit. Don't necessarily see where the hangers are. They've got a larger size pad there as well. There's only 4 pads, so this must be it as well. The pads must be the smaller inside ones, and the hanger the bigger outside ones. Guessing. Okay, probably I wanted to get up here just so I could watch this like rotate. Slowly goes by. I don't know why that is so enthusiastic or so interesting to me, but yeah, I just see it kind of like the little things I'm enthusiastic about. How damn pretty this game. Alright, as I'm hanging out here again. Spencer, have you figured out how to fly over here yet? Or Mike? Where are you guys at? Okay. Yep, you're heading to the station. Where's Mike? Even seeing you, Mike. Okay, yeah, you're both coming, but I'm saying where you're at because I'm looking at... I can actually come around, rotate, and see Spencer. Hey, look! You are significantly closer. Oh, there's Mike. Mike. All right, cool. I can now see you both. Man, where were you at, Mike? You're way out there. You were almost 60 million kilometers away. All right. So, since you guys are both in quantum drive coming over, I slowly try to get my route back to the ground. Wait for this arm to come by. I can also hear myself just like breathing. The tank. Start descending and grab. I actually don't want to get too close. Died for this game. You go down to the bigger one. I say, all Mike has to do is choose a place to land, and we can meet him on that pad. Or we can spacewalk over to him. He just gets close. Spacewalking slow. Although it actually will show off in a way if he does stay at just off one of the pads, stays in space, opens up his cargo area for us to get in. How the transition from in and out works. Pretty cool. Slow leaving through space. So for this one, I feel like the ships move almost too fast. It's like they feel slow when you're flying to somewhere because everything is modeled in real space. And so like, boom, oh, jeez, sudden gravity. So as I'm looking for, okay, where'd you guys go? There's, okay, Spencer's now 13 million away. I don't know if Mike's actually started quantum driving yet. So when you're just flying, it's, I don't know if it's meters per second, it's how the measurement translates to the edge. So pretty. Is that, like I said, it moves in basically real time. So when I'm flying through a city and stuff, I feel pretty fast. When I'm dogfighting, I feel like I'm going pretty fast. When I'm transversing between locations, it feels surprisingly slow. But that's why they have the quantum drive. And one of the cool things about the quantum drive is that you're able to, as long as you have a location targeted, you can basically spool up your quantum drive and head to that location very quickly, like warp speed, like hyperspace, whatever version it is. It's still a relative speed, and that's why when you see Sir Spencer coming towards me, unless he's been interdicted somewhere, because that has happened to me recently, where I got interdicted while traveling, like not even halfway in quantum space. I got hit by some raiders that popped me out of quantum, and in doing so, I had to. Actually, all I did is I was like, I don't want to fight you. Last time I fought, I died horribly. I just like hit the gas and full boost as best I could, and then I outran him because he flew past me. And as soon as I got far enough away, because I'm in a fairly fast ship for that is general normal speed, I just hoofed it. I kept going straight a little bit, hit my quantum drive got to spool back up, and jump back into quantum before he could actually shoot me. Looks like Mike, you are slow boating it over. Pull up that quantum drive. Pick Point Tressler as a location. Said you hit B to spool up your quantum drive, you face at it, then you hold down B and get you going. So it's nice and sunny over. What's interesting is the main city here that I was flying around earlier starts with B. It's almost directly below this port. When you're at the city, you can see the station flying above you, which is really interesting. Let's see. Just get close. Let's see. Oh, Mike, you are still like hanging out over there. You actually boosting over here yet? Spencer, I can actually see getting close. Yeah, so all you do is you basically set a route to something, LMR or something. You set a route, you contain it, and then you get in your ship and you nav. You hit B to spool up, and you'll see it. First one was where the actual city is. You can interact with. I think Michael, he was all the way out in Crusader, which is cities. That was like one of the first areas I think they built out. Station. Arcs. Alright. ArcCorp. Oh no, ArcCorp is the big city. I don't know if you can fly down to Hurston. I kept waiting for their planetary tech to catch up with. See if it would let you. So this should be. This says your ways. Maybe it's just the update is slow. And yeah, I was gonna, while doing this, check to see if I can actually go in for this pad. Oh wait, did it run past? It all depends on what you're locked onto. Yeah, for some reason in game, at least the way it's doing it now, it still shows me as you guys being 13 million and 57 million kilometers away. It is not updating very accurately. So, because this is like the, oh, if I can enter it, a call button. Hack something? Oh, don't see a call button. All right, I'm gonna go. Had to go inside. Like the whole hangar door thing. And for anybody who's on the Facebook one, I'm kind of curious if the stream's coming through all right, because me just having it on the background looks like it's just bouncing all over the place. Feed. Might be able to just jump to Microtech as the planet. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I EV'd, but I didn't EV. Okay, phew. It's like it wasn't letting me EV. That's gonna suck. Weird. It's not letting me EV. See? Is this another one? Well, if someone can get to me, then I can meet up with them and go from there. This is actually one of those thoughts I was having about how the multiplayer on this was going to work. As to how hard it will be to actually meet up with you. Okay, so this, I thought this would be bad, but it's in the end, it's over. These might both be hangars. Yeah, but I'm wondering if the Facebook stream is actually. So it keeps. I'm seeing random stuff bounce around. Hey, okay, this one. This one I'm gonna. Wait, hey. Boom. Ooh, high up. Oh, this one's open. Oh, maybe that's how they have a few of them actually set up. That's the case. So the question's on the YouTube stream. Keeping in the background. It's showing like way back in the stream. Or some of that has to do. Relative. Oh, Mike's like here. Guess I should go back outside. Alright, let's see. Mike is here. Where you at, Mike? I should probably jump in Discord. Hey. Answer, yeah. Oh, you're like right here as well. Okay. Floating in space. Let's see. I'm going to move away from the station. Let's see. Catch up. I am at the bottom of the station by the pads. Looks like Spencer, you are over station opposite me. Are you meeting up with Mike, or how are we going? I see you as like 40 kilometers away. Getting closer. Lost track of Mike. You might be able to, once you lock the station again, do a mini quantum jump directly to the station, a little closer. Because it'll do micro jumps once you get close enough to a region. It normally jumps you in fairly close overall. Let's see. It's a side of station. If I get around it to the side. Question is, I've lost Mike. He was on my radar. Looked like he was already here. Unless he landed or something. Come Spencer real quick, flying up. He's in our area. Whoa. Ooh, I actually hear you. Flying by. Stop it, you're gone. I'll see you. Oh no. 4,000. Who passed? Closer though. Oh, okay, good. It looks like you hit the brakes. Actually heard and saw you fly by. To do. Weird that I can only. Let's see. Oh wow, he's coming close. All right, let's see. here. Moving towards Spencer. Oh, sweet. Oh, oh. Hey, flew by. Let's see. Can I get in? Your door's open. It's going a little fast still. Oh, it's to go in, but it doesn't. Oh, hey. Come on. Enter ship. Hey, I'm on your ship. Hey, I'm on Sir Spencer's ship. That's cool. Oh, okay, Mike, did you actually land? Oh, man. Hey, Mike, you should just spawn your thing wherever you are. Let's see. Yeah, you should spawn your ship wherever and we can come find you. Nope, that is not what I want to do. That. I am in Discord if you guys want. Oh, there's Mike, 15 meters away. Oh, we want to do this. Yes, we bounce into each other. That's probably not good. Probably don't want to crash, guys. So Pensar, I suggest you land your ship so that you can have it respawn when you want it. Just hit F2 on the comms or whatever and talk to the landing things and find a place to land your ship. And then you can come out here and join Mike. I'm out. If you want to open, you open your cargo. I am in Mike's ship. Yay! I was able to fly over. No, you have bigger ships than this, Mike. Right. Jump seat. 2 jump seats. It fits us. Sweet. That's weird. Can't see outside the ship. Oh wait, I can see outside the ship now that I'm in it. See Sir Pencer EVing outside of it. And did you get in? He was lying on the deck. All right, Mike, we're in. You can close the door. We're both sitting. We're in. Wait. All right, where do we want to go? Careful of hitting Spencer's ship. So if you haven't gone down on the planet, like I said, we can go down and just land on the planet directly. Kind of run around the ice. Just go like straight down. Yeah. Or do you want to get a different ship? If you're gonna land, you have to ask permission to land first. That way it'll officially tell you what pad to go to. It should do. Let's see. Either we should turn on the voice chat in game and you can mute my stream, or we should turn on Discord speak. One of those two. Now I'm gonna for you guys, but hang on my voice. Let's kick on. Aha, now you guys should hear me in game. We'll see if it works. Okay, is it Keela? Sweet. Yeah, yes, and we will get a better ship. So if you go to your comms menu, F2, or sorry, 11, it's comms. Go to contacts and Port Trustler, you should be able to request. I just healed them. Mike, you're the bus driver. Landing, you basically just put out your landing gear, get over the little box on it, you either manually land it. Dude, go further. You're a little short of the spot. There you go. Put your landing gear. What are you doing? There we go. Landing gear. You bring us down. Touchdown. We'll shut everything up. Alright. Out of this. We have to go all the way to the side to get up. Alright. It's just still sitting. I had to look all the way to the side. Alright. You guys haven't been here before, have you? Hey. Hey. Howdy, howdy. Ooh, Mike has things that have like turrets and stuff, doesn't he? Terminals are right here. Since mine wouldn't render for anything. It's funny. Like stop in place as he's getting a ship. You in a way appreciate that it won't let you see what he's doing. I have lots of concern about people just, ship jacking. Stuff like that. Yeah, I turned my voice in game on so you guys could hear me. You guys should turn yours on so I can hear you. Then you can mute the stream. We can actually communicate. Oh, that guy has a cool helmet. Reminds me of Ultraman. Hey, Mike says ship. Bad for. Alright. I didn't see a push to talk thing in the game, so I just turned on my always voice. Yeah, so you turn your guys on so I can communicate and not just feel like I'm trying to dictate this and mimic through ooh. Mike's got big ships. Look how chunk that landing gear is. Hate to stand under here when someone hit the boost. Isn't it back here? Middle section. Oh, that's big. Not stand under that. This is your ship, Mike. I think I can articulate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the cargo one. That should be the actual how to get on board one. But I got my quick ship. Excuse me. Okay. And I was gonna say, can I bring up the cargo hold? It's dark. I got a button. Wait, did you close that? There you got inside. Come on. Behind the times. Your ship's so dark. Turn on the lights. Okay, so voice, I went into my actual settings, escape settings, over to communications, and then amongst that settings, there's one to turn on the microphone settings and stuff like that. And once you're in the actual game,
Enjoy the ride. System
and I turned off push talk. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, turret. I was like, all of a sudden I got transported into. Oh wait, am I out of the ship? Where'd you go? Somehow I am floating in space now. What? What? I jumped in the co-pilot. Oh, okay, I'm not the only one. Oh, wait, did we not take off in time? Looks like Spencer and I are both out here floating in space. Question, what happened to Mike? That was a trip. See the station? I have no idea what just happened. Oh boy, this game. Even if it did disappear, it's like, where is he? I mean, why did we get teleported all the way out here in space then? I was confused. I don't want to slow boat it back either. I have to like die and come back or something. Ah, okay. Then Spencer, once you get the, oh yeah, once you get that on, as we were talking, in the comms side, once you go into our party comms, at the top there's connect to the audio channel. So when you hit F11 to go into comms, regular menu, it'll have connect to audio channel above. So you click on your party. There's a little toggle to turn on the audio. Trying to check to see if Mike's still alive in game. Did he crash? That's just a fun random kick us into space. It's been a while since I've had that happen to me. I'll see again. Oh, it says that you're an active member, Spencer, so you should be in the chat for audio as well. You're active. You just have to make sure under your audio settings, under your escape menu options, that you are, like I said, under comms, you choose the right microphone you want. I turn on level activated voice transport or transmission so that you can hear me when I talk. That should be it. Okay. Don't see Mike responding. That's a bit concerning. Ooh, I can see that you've got your movie glass up. I was actually gonna see if I can see what.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh. Testing 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you. That's yeah. That's actually really cool.
Okay.
It has a. I'm sure that's. I must sound similar in that it's got kind of just a.
Okay, I had to turn off the Twitch stream because it was weird.
Yeah, no, I say always mute the stream. That way you don't hear it twice. That's fine.
But I still hear Mike on Discord.
Oh, okay. So you guys are in Discord as well.
Yes.
Is he still alive in game?
Hey Mike, are you alive in game or no? Why don't you come fly up and get us?
Yeah, because somehow we got ejected from your ship. Mike, we just need you to turn on your comms.
Actually, Mike, are you still in the party?
I saw him.
I'm gonna have you do the same thing that Dog did for me.
It actually sounds kind of cool. In
Am I loud?
no,
Or
you're not loud. It's clean. It just has a quality to it that actually sounds like it's coming through in some kind of communication device.
because I don't hear you very well.
That's
My mic is super loud.
well. So I'm in game. He's through Discord. So
Right. So I want to get him in game.
yeah.
Both three can be in game.
Yep.
So yes.
Excuse me. Hey, see, we're making progress though. It's funny because I can.
To options. All the way on the right on the top says comms, VoIP, and head tracking. Very first option, microphone device. Set that to an option that will work. Like headset, microphone, whatever it is you're using.
F11.
Yep, F11. Then on the bottom first button, which is got the two people icon on it.
F11 should take him straight there.
Okay. Right in the center at the very top has global chat. Ooh, yes. And it might need to be in our party, not a global chat.
Yeah, it needs to be party chat, so you can invite him back into it if it's not. I see him in it though. Yeah, you want to click on Serpencer party
Okay.
and then turn on voice chat there. Connect to audio channel.
And I'm going to turn on Discord as well. Okay, Doc, are you still there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Now is Mike there?
He might have had to turn on in the settings menu the ability to open mic versus because it defaults to needing push to talk. I'm totally flying towards the station manually.
Part of the joy of this game.
Of beta?
Well, so here's what we did today. First question I asked you was, yes, but is it fun? So we just had a quest, and the quest was to find each other. Any other game takes that for granted, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
I just joined my friend. No, this one, no. This one, it's a quest to join your friends. And it took us, I don't know, an hour. That was like a raid. Right? So, we at least found each other. And so, at the end, though, I felt like I accomplished something, right? It's like a major accomplishment.
No, it's definitely a matter of actually doing something.
Well, and this is actually, I would say, I'm glad now we can have voice chat, right?
Yes.
Because the thing that I am experiencing with this game is what I've experienced with other games that I've found very challenging. This is a little bit of a hope for me, and that is that.
Real quick.
By the way, can people hear me streaming too?
Yes.
Okay.
Real quick, Mike, since you can hear us, all you need to do for us to hear you is turn on in the same settings audio communications menu, in the same place that you picked your mic. There should be an option there that is to do the open mic. So you want to turn on enable level activated voice transmission to yes, and that way we can hear you just as you talk. Okay.
It says I might set it at 100. Is that right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Mike has to leave.
Okay. Again,
How much longer are you streaming for?
I'm just hanging out, so as long as I need to. This is my first attempt to work as actually with people. Everything else I've done has been solo. Like, I just flew away from you, and now I'm trying to find you again. Did you before? I don't know where you are in space. Mike, what you should do, regardless of the settings, is come fly over and find us. Thought I was getting close to you, Spencer. Uh-oh. Maybe they did an update or something. Oh, there you are. You're close. Not close enough for me to see. Oh, according to my in-game thing I ran. Let's see. Alright. Might be worth us sacrificing ourselves. But I don't know if we can get back in with each other. Uh-oh. Looks like it's crashing. Alright. Let me pop out then again. I quit the game. See if there's another update. If nothing else, it'll put me back on the station. Well, it's been an adventure regardless. Good, bad, or ugly. It's been something. Hopefully, people saw at least a little bit of how pretty it is now. Thoughts? Whether it's enough for them or not, that's a question, but... Ooh, it looks mad. Okay. Probably going to call it for Star Citizen for now. And we'll jump into something else. I will show real quick. Let's see. I can show... Like, I guess you show Star Marine real quick. I will not do well here. Because I have not done anything on this. See if it'll find and connect to any. This is the FPS mode. I'll be horrible in this game. I can't. I haven't played enough to know the feel of it or how to identify your targets. Am I the only one in here? Come on now. People should start this. Alright, so one of the things is you're talking about the movement. This, you move much more like plotting, and then I'm running. I would argue, unlike many games, this is more realistic. Let's see. Ah, Jim, where we at? One other player. That you get tired. Yeah, you can lean it. Yeah, like outside that. I will tell you, it is no Call of Duty. I've also seen for the speed and pace of the game, compared to like your Modern Warfares and stuff like that, it has what feels like fairly decent sized maps. Excuse me. Now granted, I've only ever played like 3 or 4 other people. So it's not open. Ah, look at that. What? I didn't do traverse like that. Okay, that's makes me happy. What? These two? Okay, that's cool. Verticalities. Let's see. Essentially for show. Oh, cool. Alright, then let me this part. I get back in. Just got word from Sir Spencer that Both managed to get back in. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Let me try quitting again. Out completely. See if I exit and come back. Let's see. I thought they would have dropped another patch. But since my party is about to drop off, I may switch over games just so I can. Like, I'm going to give it one more shot here as we are learning. Alpha, everybody. Alpha. Friends. Oh. Suddenly the server is way empty. Ah. It's loading in again. Of course, now it says it's loading. Doesn't mean it's loading. uh. Maybe? Maybe? Still hearing music, so it doesn't mean it's in yet. Most exciting stream ever! Let's see. All right. Then the question to the handful of people, if anybody watching stream, then is: should I play League of Legends, do an ARAM or TFT there, or should I do Beat Saber, get some sweat on, play around with 360 mode, or I could continue my Wind Waker stream, or talk about 3D printing, or I'm trying to think what else. Oh well. All right. This is a bust. Goodbye, Star Citizen. Oh, you have to actually come down and kill it. All right. Servers were a bust, so Yeah, Spencer's asking if I've seen Star Wars. I have talked about my show last week or on Sunday, and I can't speak about it enough yet because things and stuff. So it's one of those that I want to say more, but I'm respectful that not everybody has seen it. This is going to be one of the hardest things I can comment on Star Wars. I enjoyed it. But I know a lot of people who haven't. And so I'm not sure what to say about it, honestly. Let's see, I need to update the stream. I'm going to kill and start the stream again so that it's updated with what I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to end the stream and then come back with this real quick. So I'm not going to talk too much Star Wars. I may talk a little bit Mandalorian tomorrow because I'm giving people several time frames to watch the movie before I talk any more about it. All I really mentioned was that I enjoyed it as a whole. I thought they did a good job wrapping things up best they could. I think they actually made it so that episode 8 could make sense. And coming from someone who thinks episode 8 was garbage. But I know a lot of people who felt like episode 9 didn't deliver what they wanted. And so I'm not sure what they didn't like. I know I enjoyed it. I've seen it twice. I could see it a third time, I think, and still enjoy it. And so I don't know. And the box office so far has been over 500 million in the first week. Take it as you will. All right, I'm going to kill the stream briefly, bring it back with League of Legends, and continue from there.